Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Tech Edu Information Knowledge is Life. In this video we are going to see structure of a C program. So now let us start. So we will see one by one what we are going to see in this video. First of all, structure of C programming, then example of C programming, then we will see what are the advantages of the same one and then disadvantages. So let us start one by one. So structure of C programming. C is the most common programming language currently in common use. Programs made in C are most efficient, faster and extremely portable. It means that programs made on one computer can be run on another computer. Most of the two famous operating systems of computer universe, Unix and Windows, are written in coding of C language. Due to this fact, one gets to know the usefulness and fame of this language. C programming language has characteristics of both low-level language and high-level language. Hence, it is placed in the category of middle-level language. Due to this, it will follow number of properties and simplification. So basically, this is the basic structure of C programming. We can write a program which usually has 6 sections. Now if we write these sections back and forth, the error shows in the program and our program is not executable or compiled. That is why we have some basic structure that we have to follow. This is the image or the sections which will tell you basic structure of C programs. Now it will contain 6 different parts. First one, document section, link section, definition section, global declaration section, main function section and subprogram section. Let us see one by one. First one is documentation section. In this section we can write about the program or the person who has created this program. So this program was created by someone person and for what, who made, what data was made, what will be the program do like, we add or multiply. In this way, things related to program are written here and we can call it as a comment line statement. So what is comment line? So compiler of C cannot read the line that we make as a comment line so that the compiler does not compile that line. Only the person making the program can see the comments. So comment can also be of two types, single line command and multiple line command. So single line command can be written in double // and in front of that you can write down your statements, and in multi-line comments you can write down more than one line at a time. So for that purpose you can use front slash, star, statement, star and backslash. So this is about comment line. Now the next section is link section. In this section we write all the header files inside which we have to use the function and the functions that are used in next program. So link section can be look like this one, hash include stdio.h or hash include conio.h. So this is nothing but the statement which will allow us to use the functions of header files which are present over there. Now the next section is definition section. In this section, we will define such symbolic constants that we have to use in the entire program. The value once defined is never changed during the entire program. So the symbolic constants are also called as micros. So that can be defined with the help of hash define p by its value. Now the next section is global declaration section. In this section, we write such a variable that we have to use in the entire program. Declare is done once by not declaring repeatedly so that it can be accessed at any time in the program, and that's why the user also define the user defined function accordingly, which is defined for a particular task. Next one is main function section. In every C program we will have the main function because the execution of the C program is starting from main function. If we do not write the main function in the program, then the program does not run. The reason for that is compiler of C first finds the main function and then starts the execution from the same. So we have to write down main function in every program. This section is having two subparts. First one is declaration and second one is executable. Declaration part, which contains all variables, constant, arrays used in the program that we have to declare. And here for whatever we declare, C program would create a space in the memory at the time of execution, and scope of all the variables and constants and arrays is only up to the main function. And executable part is all about the statement of program by which we want to get the result of program. That is in the part from which the interface for user starts, and this is why all logic or execution is written. Now subprogram section. In this part, the user defined function is written, which we have declared in the global variable declaration. The main function in the C program is like the same, but there can be many user defined functions. Now the next one is C program. So right now we have defined this C program in Turbo C. Turbo C is the well-known interface or IDE which is used for C programming. So right now when you will open your Turbo C, in this way you can see an interface from which you have to click File. You will get a new tab and then you will see this kind of blue window in which you have to write down your C program. When you will finish that whole coding, you need to save it with .c extension. So always remember, every C program must have .c extension. Here we are starting with a small program in which we have declared two header files, stdio.h and conio.h. So stdio.h stands for standard input output header file and conio.h stands for console input output header file. So with the help of which we are going to use the functions which are present in our main method. So here is the main method which is having data type void. Void is a valueless data type, so it does not return any value. So after that we will start with opening curly bracket and we will end this main function with closing curly bracket. So this opening and closing curly bracket, whatever the statements which are present over there, that is called as scope of that main method. So the only statements present over there can be executed. Now first of all, standard input output header file, with the help of which we can perform printf function, scanf function, which are used to give input and which is used to display output in our screen. So that kind of input output functions we can use with the help of the standard stdio.h. Now the next one is conio.h, which stands for console input output header file, with the help of which we can operate our functions at console time or runtime environment. So here are two functions of conio.h header file, clear screen and getch. Clear screen is used to clear our runtime environment or runtime window. So with the help of which we can get a blank window, we cannot see our previous output of any other program. And getch is used to jump from this runtime environment to our coding environment by pressing any key from our keyboard. So here is the program. So main method is declared, opening curly bracket, clear screen function is used. And remember one thing, in C program, each statement, this is called as a statement in C program, which is terminated with semicolon. So every statement in our C program is always terminated with semicolon. So after that we will type printf function, which is having syntax of printf into bracket double quote, welcome to our TechEdu information channel. Then we will write getch function and we will close our scope. To compile this, you can use this compile tab or Alt F9 function. If there is an error, it will tell you. If it is not, you can run it by performing this run method. Control F9 is short for running your program. then you can see this kind of message. Whatever you have written in this printf function, it will get displayed on our screen. So this is all about our one simple example of C program. Now let us see what are the advantages. So basically there are number of advantages present there, but some of them are included here. So C is the most powerful and efficient language. Why it is called as powerful and efficient language? Because it is considered to be the most fundamental language that needs to be studied if you are beginning with any programming language. Many other programming languages such as Python, C++, Java, etc. are built with the basics of C language. So C is the robust language as it contains many data types and operators to give you vast platform to perform all kinds of operations. This language is portable language. Why it is called as portable? Because it is very flexible, or we can say machine independent language that help you to run your code on any machine without making any changes or just a few changes in the code. It is having built-in function. There are only 32 keywords in ASCII. C having many built-in functions. These functions are helpful when building a program in C. It provides quality to extend itself. Another crucial ability of C is to extend itself. We have already studied that C language has its own set of functions in its C library, so it becomes easy to use these functions. We can add our own function to C standard library and make code simpler. Then it is having structural programming language, or you can say middle level language. C is the structured based language. It means that issues or complex programs are divided into smaller blocks and functions. This modular structure helps in easier and simpler testing and maintenance. So that's why it is called as middle level language. It means it supports high level programming as well as low level programming. It supports the use of kernels and drivers in low level programming and also supports system software application in the high level programming language. It is used for implementation of algorithms and data structures also. Then the next one is system programming. C follows a system based programming because it is done for hardware devices. So with this we are aware of why C considered a very powerful language and why it is important to know for advantages. Now let us see some of the disadvantages of C1. First one is concept of OOPS. C is very fast language but does not support some of the concept of OOPS language. OOPS is nothing but object oriented programming language. Now we can also see a C++ programming language. So the concepts are inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction, data hiding. These kind of OOPS concept C does not support. C simply follows the procedural programming approach. Second one is runtime checking. In C programming language, the errors or bugs are not detected after each line of code. Instead, the compiler shows all the errors after writing the program. It makes the checking of code very complex in large programs. Concept of namespaces. C does not implement the concept of namespaces, but the question arises, what is namespaces? Namespaces is a structure as a chain of commands to allow the reuse of names in different contexts. Without namespaces, we cannot declare two variables of the same name. Lack of exception handling. So exception handling part we cannot use in this one. So while compiling the code, various anomalies and bugs can occur. Exception handling allows you for catching those errors, and that part is not done with the help of C programming language. Constructor or destructor. C does not have any constructor or destructor. Constructors and destructors supports basic functionality of object-oriented programming. Both are member functions that are created as soon as on objects of the class is to be created. And the last one is low level of abstraction. C is small and core machine language that has minimum data hiding and exclusive visibility that affect the security of language. So this is all about C programming language basics. Thank you.